Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all have had a wonderful World Watercolor Month, and today we're going to be taking a look at what I've been up to. But first, I wanted to include a couple of shop reminders. There are 6 days left for the official WWM souvenir shop over on Doodle Wash with exclusive merch from myself and the other WWM artist ambassadors, all of the proceeds of which are donated to the Dreaming Zebra Foundation to help get supplies to children in need. If you were already planning to make a purchase from my Etsy shop, $1 of every sale during the month of July will also be donated to the Dreaming Zebra Foundation too. Also, to celebrate the wonderful month that we have had for World Watercolor Month, Vinci is going to be running a sale this weekend, Friday, July 26th through Sunday, July 28th. You can use the code DaVinci10 to receive 10% off your order. And don't forget, tubes of Denise's green are now on sale, as well as a brand new announcement, and that is that my palette is now available in the form of 8ml tubes for those of you who are ready for refills or those of you who just prefer tubes over pans. I'll place links to all of those shops in the description below so that you can find them. Now, onto the video. If you saw the video that I posted just before World Water Month began, or you have been following me over on Instagram, you'll know that I have been working on a creature design challenge this month under the hashtag WWM Creature Design. My personal goal for this challenge was to work on my time management while also pushing the bounds of my creativity and improving my ability to sketch from scratch. As I tell you about my experience with the project, you'll be seeing me work on today's prompt, which I will be exploring the anatomy of a wombat and a pronghorn and configure them into a new creature entirely. My first step is to sketch out the two separate creatures on their own to get familiar with their bodies and faces and other features. And once I have those two animals drawn, I will go ahead and spend some time exploring some options for combining them before moving on to a finalized version on the other side of the paper, and then paint it with watercolors to bring in that World Watercolor Month aspect. Every day is a new puzzle, and in addition to simply combining these animals with a head here or a tail there, I've been trying to do my best each day to integrate them more completely with each other, while also thinking about where this animal would live, how its anatomy would serve it, and what its behavior is like to create a more compelling, lifelike creature that could somehow exist on some other plane or in a fantasy world. A lot of the creature design comes to life in the coloring stage, as I'll often choose the more notable colors and patterns from each animal and incorporate them into the design. Whereas one creature in the sketching phase might look like it has mostly one animal's physical forms or characteristics, I might color it like the other animal, giving it an entirely different look once it's finished. This challenge has improved my abilities in so many ways, such as with learning animal anatomy, breaking away from focusing solely on portraits and making sure I'm thinking about the entire body as a whole, as well as being able to tackle reference photos with more confidence than before. However, after my first couple of days, I realized that I would be failing the first portion of my own personal goals with this challenge, that little bit about time management, because rather than the simple sketches I had envisioned in my head, I was actually spending 2 to 3 hours a day on these pieces. This would ultimately cause me to miss several days throughout the challenge here and there because I would need to catch up on work, errands, or self-care, so I will be continuing my own prompts into August to fill in the blanks. Rather than being upset with myself for failing, in quotes, I was able to reconstruct my goals along the way into something that hadn't even occurred to me before I started. Though this was taking a substantial amount of time each day that I was able to do the challenge, I really was proud of what I was creating, and it occurred to me that maybe I'd like to hold on to this sketchbook and also share it with others beyond what was happening in real time this month. With that being said, I think I'd like to turn this project into my very first zine or mini art book. This is not a promise at this point, but rather I'd like to feel out the interest on a product like this. And if there's enough interest, I could do one of two things. I could either take regular pre-orders of my Etsy shop and then order the zine in bulk, as you do have to do with these types of printing projects, and it would just be bing, bang, boom, done. Or I could research what it would mean to start a Kickstarter project, incorporating stretch goals and other items like stickers along the way. I've always always wanted to do a Kickstarter project, but never had anything that I felt was really worth a Kickstarter project or worthy of a Kickstarter project. At the end of this video, I'll flip through the pages that I've done so far so that you can see more of the creature designs, which may better help you to gauge your own interest in this project. There are some really cool pairings that I haven't even been able to tackle yet, and I'm looking forward to finishing the sketchbook over the next couple of weeks. If you'd like to see them as they are completed, make sure to follow me over on Instagram @InLiquidColor, and you can also follow and even use the hashtag WWM Creature Design to see and share your own work along with the other community posts as well. Anywho, let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you'd like to see a project either in direct sales or a Kickstarter format come to life in a more permanent form. And I'd also love to hear what some of your favorite creatures have been so far, or even a top 3 if you can't narrow it down to 1. So be sure to watch the flip through at the end of the video and let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching, for your support throughout World Watercolor Month, and especially to those of you who have donated to the Dreaming Zebra Foundation in one form or another. I also want to thank everyone who's been painting along with me with the WWM Creature Design Challenge. I loved seeing each of your unique designs as well. As always, until next time, happy painting!